Hello everyone and welcome back to Ushanka Show. So today we're gonna have a little show and tell presentation from my Soviet childhood. I still feel bad a little bit about this book. I picked it up in the library back in 1980. I went to school at age of 7 in 1978, so I was in third grade, and I got this book in the library, set in school. But when I tried to return it, it was the last day of school, so that's in May of 78, first grade, 79. So yeah, 1980, in May of 1980, but the library was closed that day and we moved. So that was the last day I was in school and I forgot about it. So this is one of those non-returns. And this is a children's science fiction kind of book. It's called Ostrov Неопытных физиков, the island of inexperienced physicians. So people who do physics, not the doctors. So they have this really cool device they found, this group of teenagers discovered, and that's the device that changes the laws of physics. So they experiment with different physics law and they have really crazy results. And this is a Kon-Tiki draft, a famous one, the Tur Heyerdahl, right? So yeah, I really love this book and I read it many times and after, and I always kind of like feel bad that I was supposed to return to the library, but I never did. Остров неопытных физиков. So yeah, it was published back in 1973 and has really cool illustrations. There's your classical Soviet city, high-rise apartment buildings and the kids hanging out. And it starts as игра в невозможное, game into something impossible. So it has, pictures through the book, and as I said, they discovered this device. So it starts like this conversation. They just imagine, hey, if we find this really cool device that can change laws of physics. I think my brother was messing around adding mustaches later. He never liked to read books. We are so different. And then, of course, basically that's how the story starts, and they change different laws, and they get in trouble. They turn time back, and in the end, they travel on a Kon-Tiki draft in the middle of Pacific. And they also got this guy they picked up in Oslo, Norway. So he's a capitalist among the socialist young pioneer kids. And yeah, so really cool story. So this is them traveling in a Kon-Tiki, having a good time. So yeah, that's a good read back in the day. Trying to see. They changed the laws. I don't think. So in the end, there was the pirate ship. They were on a little island in the Pacific, not far from Chile. And they discovered that I think they changed the density of the water. That's one of the laws, that they changed the density of the water. So it made the old pirate ship or Spanish galleon to come up from the bottom of the ocean, and they were searching for treasury. And then they got a distress signal from some ship that, because of the density of water, it was laying on its side. So they decided, okay, we have to sacrifice or we're getting treasury. And there's the capitalist running away with the device because he wants to make a lot of money. Good story. So yeah, this is one of those good books that children can learn, kind of get entertainment, and they learn about different laws of physics along the way. And in the end of the story, there's a review by a professor, Stanikovich, that kind of approached and had some critical things about this story. But I said, I still remember. I felt really bad. So you see, like, water is so dense. So now you can lay on the surface of the water, and the sharks and the fish, everything in the lay on the surface. So yeah, it was different experiments, turning time back. Well, they have a friction, they cancel friction, so there was a lot of car accidents and dealing with capitalists. Anyway, really cool book. And when I went back to Kiev to visit my parents, I saw they still had it on the bookshelf. So I was like, you know what, I'm taking it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little story. We'll talk to you soon. До свидания. Goodbye.